Hi everybody. Today we're going to look about my wee version of covered buttons. I know you can buy a case with the backing and a template on how to cut the buttons and all out. Nowhere in my town had them today, and I need this costume ASAP. So what I've done is taken a bit of the velvet from the costume itself, and I found some of these little wooden buttons, and I just cut a rough circle bigger than, it's not even a circle actually, um, bigger than the button itself. I've my needle and thread ready threaded, and what I'm going to do, if you can see, is just thread my needle in and out around the edge like a basting stitch, so that I can pull this, the shape tight over the button. And this is for a stage costume, so obviously if you were doing anything like a bridal outfit or anything like that, you would want the proper self-covering buttons. But this does the job quite neatly for now. Right, I've threaded it all around. I flatten it out a little bit. Just on the velvet, I'm going to run around the edge just with a normal lighter, just to give it a wee crisp sealed edge. Now, stretch velvet doesn't really fray anywhere, but it's just to seal the dusty bits that can come off velvet. Now, if you can see there, we just have a little cupped shape. And we set her down flat on the bench, turn my button upside down, and pop her into the middle there. Keep it nice and centered. And I'm just going to pop my finger on here and pull the thread. And you get a nice wee gather at the back and a nice wee covered button at the front. So I'm going to take my needle and thread and pop some more stitches in around the gather so that it doesn't come loose again. Just pop in and out and in and out. And the things you have to do DIY when you can't get your hand on the real thing, but this works just a treat. And then I'm going to go around in a circle, just lifting a wee stitch in through all the gathers so that nothing comes loose. Now we've gathered in all the circle nice and tight, and I'm going to go through the center a few times and create a knot. So just go in and out of this wee loop, and that'll give us a nice wee knot. And this is your little button. And because of your regather here on the back, it almost makes it like a shank button. I didn't have any shank buttons, which is why I'm using a flat button, and I don't want to sew through the holes that are in the button. I just want it to look nice and smooth on the front. So this creates like a little bump, and it's almost like a shank button. So if I were to put that onto my little costume, and I already have some of our little buttons on, and with my thread already threaded and my button on the end, we'll go through this little mark. And they're not, the little button I've used just a little wooden button, as you saw at the start there, so it's lightweight and it's not going to pull on the lycra of the costume. So I'm going to go in and out here on the back a few times. You have to be careful. I've punctured a hole in this finger several times today already. in and out, in and out, and then we're going to get my little loop again and put my needle in and out, and pull that nice and tight, and do an extra one just to be sure. And if we snip that, and there we have 4 nice little covered buttons. Thanks for watching. Give us a little like if you find the video helpful. Bye.